Today, we are once again talking about how to remove really difficult accounts like Capital One or anything where there's a bank involved. It doesn't matter if it is a mortgage, if it's a repossession. If there's a bank involved, you know for a fact, you cannot lie to me, you know for a fact that these things are really difficult. And if you don't know how to dispute them correctly, then you're not going to be able to get them removed in a reasonable period of time. And that is what we're going over today. So look at your screen right now. I do have permission from this client to use this without blocking their account numbers. We are looking at a Capital One charge off. Now, as you can see, everything is all over the place. We have different date last active. We have a different date last paid. We have a totally incongruent payment history. And guess what? This is what factual based disputing is. We are using the information that the credit bureaus, the creditors, the collectors are reporting themselves. And that is what we're using to support our argument, just as an attorney would in court to get our deletions, right? So let's start with the very first thing that you would use to remove this account. And I did remove this account. So take a look at the date last active. That's right down here. We have 10/20/2019, 3/1/21, and 6/1/20. Those are three different dates, and that's 3 different years. How the heck can you have 3 different years in the date last active? You know what this means? This means that this account will naturally be removed 3 different times. You get what I'm saying? Because the date last active is the date that determines when your account will naturally fall off the credit report. So if we have 3 different dates, then this is going to come off on 3 different years. Okay, so that is going to be your biggest impact. That is your smoking gun right here, my friend, right here, okay? Now, if that doesn't work, because most of the time it's not going to, when you're dealing with these very difficult accounts, stop believing, just pausing right there, stop believing these people when they're telling you that it is as simple as sending out one round of disputes, because if it were like that, it wouldn't go on your credit report to begin with. They do this because they know they're making a consequence and letting other people know what type of borrower you are. All right, so now we have date last paid. All right, so 2 of these dates are the same. 2/11/21. We have one that is 6/1/20. I mean, is that a big gun? I wouldn't really say so. I would probably skip that, use that on round 3, and go over into payment history. Look at this. We have charge off, charge off, charge off, charge off, charge off. We have okay, but or down here, it's 150 and I mean, you don't have to, unless you're colorblind, obviously. I mean, you can see the different shades. You can tell that this makes absolutely no sense, okay? If this information is coming from the same creditor, which it is, then why do we have such incongruent information? So the very first thing that you can do is go back to the very first late payment that you see, and just because we're dealing with a 2-year payment history, we're gonna choose August 2019, and we're gonna say, hey, I paid on time, because guess what? They are not gonna be able to legally verify a late payment without furnishing a copy of the bank's bank statement showing that you did or did not pay on time. All right. So you can say, I paid on time on August 2019, delete this account. Don't say update. There's no way to update this. Delete this account for inaccuracy and false reporting. Okay. Now, when it comes back and they say, oh, well, it's verified, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Look at the comment section right here. It's supposed to say disputed by consumer. The notice of dispute is required to be there within 30 days of receipt of your first dispute. If it's not, then guess what? Boop, violation. Okay. So pursuant to section 623, they are required to put this notice of dispute. If they don't, then that is it, my friend. So if that doesn't work, now you can go over here and you can say that they have activity and reporting is activity after this account was closed. So I'm assuming that this account was charged off, let's just say March 21, right? So there shouldn't be anything after this. It shouldn't say okay. It shouldn't say charged off. There should be nothing after, okay? So if that doesn't work, now you can start looking for violations. Why are they still reporting it when you already pointed out that there's a violation? You can choose any other date here and ask for a deletion for inability to verify. You have a whole horde of things that you can work with. Now, if they say it's verified, but they don't change this date last reported, where it says 7/15/21, 7/15/21, and 7/1/21, then it means that they verified it without investigation, because otherwise this date would have been updated to the date that they quote unquote verified the account. Okay. So you have so many things that you can go after. Don't bother saying, I don't owe $589. Don't even bother with that. Don't go after the date opened. I don't care that we have different dates here. This is not going to remove the account. Don't go after them saying, hey, you didn't, I don't have a contract with you. You don't have my signature. That is not going to remove the account. I am showing you right now what needs to be used in your argument to get the account removed. If you use anything other than that, then you are running into the possibility or the probability that you're not going to be able to remove your account in any decent period of time. Okay. You have so much to work with. And this goes for any type of account. Now, just as a side note here, you would not use this method to remove portfolio recovery. I have a video specifically on that, and I will post it down in the description where you can find all the other links to everything else that I have. Okay. So just so you know how you would remove portfolio recovery, Midland, second round, all of those, you are going to be looking for a limit, a past due, and as well as payment history. Okay. So unless you like physically paid to them, there should not be any payment history. And then you would actually go after date last active and then go down the hierarchy. All right. So that is it for today. This is how you remove charge-offs. This is how I remove charge-offs. This is how my clients get their charge-offs and their repossessions and their foreclosures and their late payments removed. And it's all using the facts that they, the credit bureaus, the creditors, the collectors, whatever, are reporting directly on their credit report. That, my friend, is called factual disputing. All right, so I will see you again tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. If you need my help and want to see if I can do a credit sweep for you, just use the link that you can see right at the top of the window and go to my740.com, schedule a call with me, and I will see if I can help. But otherwise, have a great